Well, good evening, Facebook community. This is Jennifer with Uplifting Life Naturally, hopping on here, live at my 9:05 time to give a few words of encouragement, maybe to help somebody who, needs it. I wanted to talk a little bit tonight about, passion. And, a question I have is, are you truly living your life, with passion? Because if not, then, certainly you're giving up on, your greatest potential. And this is something that I have been working with, trying to teach my children. It can be quite difficult at times, but as we're approaching the end of a school year here, and having some teenage daughters. I have Brooke is going to be in 11th grade next year, so with that comes along starting to talk about colleges and where do I want to go. So certainly as a 16-year-old, her focus is on social life and where is it going to be fun. California sounds awesome to her. So and while some of those things are great, as I realize, college education certainly is the beginning of of our children's new lives. So we have to make that decision based on a little bit more than maybe geographical location or what sounds fun at the age of 16. But how do we help guide them at such a young age about figuring out what it is that they're going to want to do? I'm sure you're like me, and with your children, you want them to, lead a life where they're truly happy. I know, myself, I just see so many people, in jobs that they don't like, doing things they don't care about. They're not happy, because of whatever circumstances led them to where they are. And, certainly I want to do, my best as a parent to guide my children along a path where they don't, hopefully that they don't encounter something like that. Certainly I realize as a mom, I can't protect everything or prevent everything, but, trying to instill some basic values and teach them and guide them is certainly, one of my responsibilities. So, I started thinking about how can I approach this in ways that they're going to understand to help them figure out what it is that they want to do. I can't tell them. Heaven knows, although, I joke about it, I tease my mom all the time for letting me go into nursing. However, truly it, really was one of the best decisions I've ever made, despite all the hurdles with healthcare and such. But I really was able to build upon that. Certainly, I'm no longer in nursing now, but I would not be where I am if I didn't start out in nursing. So definitely looking back, even over my own time frame, it really was something I was passionate about, the healthcare profession and, learning and helping and teaching and, prevention and that type of thing. So, for me, it definitely worked. So I figured, well, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So I figured I'll teach my children kind of the same thing, to try to find something that they're truly happy about, what really makes them enthusiastic. Because, when we do things, daily and we're doing it with passion, certainly, that leads to less stress, less fear, and, because we're actually enjoying what we're doing. Our passions also influence our life. It guides us to where we're going to be, who we're going to be around, what our life, really is going to be all about. And also, when we live our life or let passion drive our daily lives, it really it could take us anywhere we want to go. So that is definitely the approach I want, I want my children to take, but it's also a lesson that any of us can take, even adults, if we're not liking where we're at right now, sit back, think about what is it that you're truly passionate about. And, once you identify that, you can start moving from that point on as to some different things that you can do. Maybe you won't be able to necessarily, change your job because of financial issues or things of that nature. But even if you find that area of passion and start engaging in those things on a fairly regular basis, it certainly makes life much more enjoyable. So that's definitely, my message for today. I want everybody to, really sit back and think, are you living your life with passion? Are you following, your heart for this journey of life? Always do what you love and you'll be able to, really go far. So, I thought, this time of year, school ending, kids going off. I know a lot of, my friends are having kids go off to college, here at the end of summer. I'm not quite there. So I figured I'd just hop on here. I know there's other parents that have kids the same age as mine that, maybe that could be something you can work on or take an approach with your children and helping them determine, what it is that they, want to do to help them choose college professions and things of that nature. So with that said, I hope everybody has a good evening. I certainly appreciate everybody hopping on here and the support. Dave, let me see what you're saying here. If your kids don't learn to put their dirty clothes in the hamper, you're grounding them for life. Yeah, well, the only thing I can say about that, Dave, is it gets worse. So good luck with that one. So anyways, if you need encouragement or to know that you're not alone, Dave, with the way your household is crazy, you and Danielle stop on down here anytime, day or night, and you'll see true chaos. So again, I appreciate everybody hopping on. I hope everybody has a great evening, and I will see you guys again soon. Have a great night.